going to be not to call you Andy, because I know an Andy Pollock.
Oh, do you really? Yeah.
Yes. And every time I look, I'm like, it's Bill. It's Bill.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right. All right. Well, we'll get started. Welcome to the Learfield Lounge, and have the pleasure to sit next to Mack Rhoades, the new athletic director for Missouri. Now, we had an opportunity. I want to say I was impressed because we just met for the first time last week at a Mizzou scrimmage. And when I saw you today, you recognized me, and I was thinking that has to be the toughest part of your job, trying to remember faces. You have fans, donors, everyone that comes up to you. Now you're taking a new position. How do you keep all of that straight?
It is hard. You sit there, all right, that's Bill, that's Bill, that's Bill. But I will say this: you have a very recognizable face, so that helps you. Okay, so that's good.
Face for radio,
okay?
Right?
No, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. So, but it is. You're meeting so many different people. And sometimes you feel like you're meeting them, second time, third time. But people are great. They're gracious. They understand that, you're certainly got a lot of faces in front of you. And again, it's something probably that I can get better at, but I try as best I can to remember people's names and certainly put faces with names. And so something I guess you work on and you try to perfect.
Full disclosure, I've got the Mizzou logo on, but Missourinet is teamed up with Mizzou Sports Properties. We're all in the same company, so we work together. What have been your impressions of the broadcast, that partnership so far?
It's been terrific, and I've heard nothing but positive things. And even, before I, really officially started, and there's that actual real start date, the reality of it, that you start really working a month before you actually arrive on campus. But even before I officially arrived on campus, just heard great things about the partnership. I'm excited about it. I think when you think about building champions, preparing champions, when we talk about our student athletes, you want partnerships and relationships that you can say are really of that championship level, and this certainly one that I think is.
Houston, UTEP, Akron, any other stops along the way?
Marquette was in there, Yale was in there. I think that's it. I've not been very good at keeping a job, obviously.
What's because I'm always interested in this. What was the impression of Mizzou athletics from an outsider?
From my perspective, and I say this, in the most humble manner that I could or I can. At Houston, we had some opportunities to leave, and we didn't. One, because Houston's a great place, but two, if we were going to leave a great place, we wanted to go to a place that we thought was one of the best in the country. And so from my perspective, outside looking in, thought, the University of Missouri, certainly the athletics program, absolutely top 20 program in the country. And I think the perception from everybody else I talked to thinks the same thing. I had a dear friend and confidant when this opportunity was presented to me, and their initial response, Matt, you have to. That's one of the best jobs in the country. And I really believe that.
35,000 students this year, over 35,000 students enroll. I think it was the fourth highest freshman class. I don't know if credit is the right word, but how much of an impact does Mizzou athletics have on that in terms of that national exposure and helping the school in terms of recognition?
Oh, 100%. At least that's what we tell everybody. But I do think it has an impact, and this has probably been discussed, thoroughly across the country. But again, it's the athletics program is, I think, a great window to the university, right or wrong. I think it's the most prominent window, and so that certainly puts a great responsibility on us that we do it the right way. But yeah, that has an impact. And when you talk to people, that maybe went to school at certain places, whether it's undergraduate degree and even graduate degree, you know what? I went there because their football team was great. I knew a lot about them because of the football team, or because of the basketball team, or because of the baseball team, softball team, whatever it is. So I think sports has a great impact, and I think our athletics program has had a great impact in terms of the excitement around the University of Missouri.
I want to talk about game days on a football Saturday because at the scrimmage, and I even interviewed him, there's a DJ that's spinning records. And
Absolutely.
That's going to be part of game day. That was your idea?
I would say that was a collective idea. It's certainly an idea that we had implemented at a previous institution and one, a couple of years ago when I was on the road at a road opponent that first really had the idea and really took it from them. So just again a way to just create some more excitement, some more fun in terms of our fans, and I hope that's what it accomplishes, and I think it will.
All right. Basketball games. I want to get this out there, and I know my colleagues are going to look at me and go, I can't believe you're telling Mack this. The under 4-minute break in the second half, they pull out the Missouri Waltz. Na, 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 na. Listen, I have sat up there in the media section, I can't tell you how many times, and I've seen Mizzou basketball come back from a double-digit deficit, and the crowd's going crazy, and they get to under 4 minutes, and they kill the momentum with the Missouri Waltz. It's a tradition, I get it, but put that tradition in at halftime and get that DJ spinning at the under 4 timeout.
So Bill, I'm going to be really careful on how I answer this one because it is a tradition.
Right,
so
right.
Let's just say
I don't know if it's necessarily a question. I'm just throwing that out.
Well, there is a place, I'm certain, for the waltz. Now, I will not be waltzing, okay? Right. But it's not when we're getting back into a game or we're on a 12-0 run, okay, to put opponent away. That's probably not the right time for us to break out the waltz, all right?
It's a real good answer for that. All right, student section sold out.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Great.
What
Do you want to read your statement, or I got it right here today. This is great news.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, that's it.
No, it is great news. I really believe we've got some of the best students in the country, if not the very best. And I think it makes a statement that we're here, a little bit less than 2 weeks out, but that section is completely sold out. Now what we need the students to do is make sure that they're there when we kick off, and they really provide the energy for the stadium, I think, for the zoo. They are the source of that energy, and I think our players, our coaches, I think our fans feed off them, and just really, really thankful for their support.
Well, I'll let everybody all my coworkers get to you. Thanks for stopping by the Learfield Lounge.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Pleasure meeting you. Thanks a lot for watching us, Missourinet.com, for more Mizzou coverage.